Hey, how's it going, everyone? Drew Peoples from Peoples Collectibles here, and we've got some unexpected Pokemon. And I say unexpected because I was at the good old Dollar General today, and I used to check every Saturday for Pokemon because they have the $5 off. You spend $25 or more. And recently, I haven't cared as much just because they don't really have it in stock as often or as much as possible. Oh my God, words! I don't know what I was trying to say. Someone could probably figure that out. But anyway, point being, I haven't been checking as much recently. There was a little while there I was going still to get like baking supplies and shit because I got into baking for a second there. But I've kind of weaned off that and just haven't cared as much. And then I had a buddy's birthday come up, so had to buy some birthday stuff and was checking out and was like, oh shit, they have quite a few. And I was like, you know what? Let's do a 3 blister thing. And they had even told me like apparently they had gotten 10 boxes of these, so not like a booster box, but like obviously the box with the blisters, which I don't know how many come per box. I'm gonna say, I don't know, 30 or 50. I know that seems like a weird range, but somewhere in there. But yeah, they said they had gotten 10 cases of full of these blisters. Now, journeying together, if you know anything about the current market of Pokemon, ever since Twilight Masquerade, things started being on the up and up, and Prismatic Evolutions really pushed it into crazy zone. This was following Prismatic Evolutions, and I think that's part of what kind of doomed this set is the fact that it was right after Prismatic Evolutions, and then right after this you had Destined Rivals, which was kind of like, I don't want to just say a straight up better version of this, but it was like Gym Heroes versus Gym Challenge kind of thing, which, I mean, Gym Heroes was still pretty good, but Gym Challenge had all the really cool shit. I think Gym Hero, that it did have like Misty's Gyarados, Blaine's Arcanine. What else was it? Was Giovanni's Nidoking in that one? I think Machamp was in the second one. Maybe all of Giovanni's were just straight up in the second one. All right, pack one. But anyway, so talking about, okay, oh, look, we started off with an illustration rare with a Swinub. I like that. So with Journey Together, it didn't do anywhere near as well as people were expecting. Again, it came right after Prismatic Evolutions, which is a tough act to follow, right? I mean, Eevee is just one of the most popular Pokemon ever made, and the fact that it evolves into so many different types, there's one for everyone, right? So that kind of hurt this set. I still thought it would do well just because of the throwback to like the Gym series kind of sets, right, where you have the trainers on there with their Pokemon. Now, one thing I will say is quite a few of the trainers in this set, they're all forgettable ones. They're none that I really have a connection with, whereas Destined Rivals, you have like Giovanni and Homeboy from Gold and Silver, what the fuck his name is. I think May's even in there. Chick from the Gold and Silver era from the TV show as well. Okay, what am I doing? There's a code. There's a code card. All right. We're back on track. I was looking at the holo. I'm like, wait, is that just a rare? Yeah, that is just a rare. I'm tripping. We got an illustration rare so far. We're happy about that. We got something. And I think I never finished that point about like this versus Paradox Rift, because if you've been looking for Pokemon cards at all at Dollar General, then by and large, like the majority of the time, they have Paradox Rift packs, right? And now I think they're starting to, have more of this Journey Together supply, just because, again, out of the more recent sets, this is the one that hasn't really held together that well. I think there's one card maybe over $100. The Salamence, is that over $100? Can't remember. There's one that's like over 100 or around 100, and the next one's like 80, and then I think the one after that's like $40 or something. So it's not like Prismatic Evolutions or Destined Rivals, recent ones, where you have some of the real chase cards that are worth hundreds of dollars, right? Some 1K for thinking about Umbreon, for example. Which, I mean, that's dropped considerably too, but that's still, there's you can get the best. You have to get the best hit, in this set multiple times to match one Umbreon. All right, we got an ends PP up, and anything here? Boo, 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 boo. Nothing. Here's a code card for whoever cares about that kind of thing. There you go, my friend. All right. Well, like I said, we were at least successful here with the Swinub. I can dig that for sure. So happy days in that regard. We didn't just get bulk rares. We started off strong, and I still like the set. I think it'll do well over time. It's just, again, it's an unfortunate place where it ended up in between Prismatic Evolutions and Destined Rivals. I don't think that did any favors for it, but I still think it's a much stronger set than like Obsidian Flames or Paradox Rift, Temporal Forces even. I want to say Paldea Evolved probably base as well. There's definitely there's a lot of heat in this. It's just, again, that poor placement for it is not going to be doing it any favors. In the meantime, it does favors for people like me and anyone else out there that wants to try to, buy Pokemon packs and crack them just for fun and not spend tons and tons of money to do it. So thank you for joining me. It's True Peoples from People's Collectibles. Until next time.